So what is a priestess? And why is everyone starting to talk about the priestess or the priestess path or the goddess, the goddesses? Well, this word is coming up more and more because we are starting to remember ourselves as the priestess that we are. The word priestess was used thousands of years ago more commonly as those persons, those people who were firmly connected with their own spirit. And it's in this moment of time as we're moving through this beautiful evolutionary process, which many of you watching this video are probably feeling, this shift, and as they say, out of the 3D, this moment of the Aquarian age, where we are asked to come into a process of ascension. And what does that even mean? And many people have their theories, and in my opinion, and how this relates to the priestess path, is this path of coming back into the heart, this path of reclaiming sovereignty, this path of remembering ourselves as divine beings, simply God in manifest form. That's who and what we are, and we are remembering that. Many people are remembering that. And the word priestess is becoming this more said word because a priestess is she, and priest he, who is in divine communion with spirit. And we are all awakening to the fact that we are spirit, and that connection to our own higher self, to our own soul, to God within our hearts, in our aditum. It's a beautiful word, aditum. It means our sacred temple heart. We are temple. And we are remembering that the divine lives within us, that we are simply expressions of the divine. We are God in manifest form. And the priestess was the one who walked that path, who in her presence reminded people of the nectar of God, because she was a living embodiment of that. And we are in a golden age where people are remembering that they too are that. And part one is the remembrance that we are these divine beings. And part two is then really embodying it, believing it, walking the priestess path. And the priestess path is the path of deepest remembrance that we are God, that we are priestess, that we are goddess, that we are divine, that we are the nectar, the divine energies in this form. And we're remembering that. And so the priestess path is this path of fully, with every cell in our bodies, believing this truth that each one of us, each one of you watching, male or female, are God, our goddess, our priest, our priestess. And just sit with that idea for a moment. You can close your eyes if you'd like and just ask yourself, feel yourself how that is. What if you had that? What if you were that? What if you are that? And let the remembering begin just in this moment, just in the idea, the possibility that you hold that sacred nectar in you is going to start awaken you to that truth. And once you awaken to that truth of who you truly are, this priestess, this priest, you start to reclaim your sovereignty as you remember the power of who you are. You become empowered. You become confident. You start to walk with your shoulders back and your heart open. And you start to share what's coming up, your inspirations, your creativity. You start to share all of that because you, of course, you're it. You're the priestess. And everything that even comes to thought is divine. And what a blessing if you have the confidence in you to share that. The priestess is she, or the priest is he who walks in all knowing that they are divine. And it's beautiful to witness in spiritual transformation and growth, these processes of healing. And healing is beautiful. The priestess path is one where we are already healed. We do not come into a perpetual cycle of healing. I need to heal. No, we are it. We've remembered that we're it. We're healed. We're perfect. We're divine. Doesn't mean that things will come up. People will trigger us. Reflections will come up. We realize new programs or beliefs that are still kind of distorting our vision. That's fine. The priestess can have those, but she's not needing to heal them. She recognizes them as amazing opportunities to grow. Wow. Every moment is divine. Every moment is an opportunity for growth, for inner growth, for outer growth. Everything you're faced with, everything we are faced with in every moment is simply an opportunity. And in the priestess path, we know that. We no longer hold the frequency of being a victim. Oh, this is happening to me, poor me, poor me. No, no. Everything is happening and we are embracing it and owning it as a creator of our own reality. We created this. So what are we being shown? What can we defragment, decode? What can we grow from? So that is a big part of the priestess path. And as we're moving in this evolutionary cycle on the planet right now, today, July 5th, we are in the middle of the Syrian portal. We have massive priestess codes coming through. Massive, massive. So what does it mean? Yeah, it means that it means be empowered. It means utilize your knowing of your strength right now. Don't doubt, don't play small. Just trust. Trust that you're it already. You're already doing everything you need to do. You're already it. And own that. Even if you're in a moment in your life where you're a little bit confused and taking a step back from things, or maybe it's a hard moment in your life, own that. Be the priestess of that. Be the priest of that. Conquer that in your awareness of it. And walk the priestess way. That is the priestess way. And walk it with beauty. Walk it with grace. Walk it from the heart. Walk it in compassion. Walk it in strength, in love, leadership, confidence. Nourish yourself. Take care of this aditum of your temple. Take care of it. The priestess is whole and holy. How? Because she takes care. She sees herself and understands what she needs. And she does that. She makes that a priority so she can show up for number one, herself, number two, for others. Family, friends, the world, the earth, stars. It's infinite. So my invitation to all of you is to remember that you too are priestess, you too are the priest, you are God, you are goddess. It doesn't hurt, just try, consider it. Who and how would you be if you were it, really? Blessings, my fellow brothers, sisters, priests and priestesses. I'm excited to continue walking the priestess way with all of you, gracefully, beautifully, softly, like the beautiful petals of a rose, but the thorns of the stem to be firm in you, in your knowing, when to say no, when to draw boundaries, and when to be soft, and always graceful in any points of that. Hope that was helpful. And if you have any comments, I would love to hear from you. And if you want to share how you are embodying your priestess or your priest, let me know in the comments below. Blessings.